Okay guys, we're gonna start doing our legs, my legs, not our legs, my legs. I'm gonna start off with a lion hamstring curl, but except this version of hamstring curl, I'm lying flat on my back instead of on my stomach. This version, I would say I designed this myself. It's very effective. No question about it. And I've been doing this for quite a while now. So as long as you can mount your resistance band in a position like that, you can get it done. Or you can stand up and do standing hamstring curl. The other one I did a few days ago. And I'm also going to be doing some leg press. Using my leg press machine. So basically, you have to have a nice thick socks on if you want to do this exercise. Because you don't want the band, the resistance band, to be on your skin when you're curling down on this. Because, you know, some people may have an allergic reaction to the bands, I'm not too sure, but you have to protect your skin at the same time. So this is a stretching position. And when you lie in this position, it's only the hamstring you're working. You're not working any of the muscles. It's just the hamstring. So here we go. And just curl down. And this position, you stretch. You stretch out the hamstring. Very simple. And it depends on the level of resistance band you're using. That's where you're going to get your contraction going. But you don't need to have a very heavy band to actually get this done. You just need to focus on keeping your legs in the right position. Wish I could turn to the side view and let you see, but this is because of the hallway. I don't have another place that I can actually do this. And stretch. Today I wanted to go outside, but when I went out there, it was very cold. Too cold to do anything outside. I'm not a jogger, so I wanted to do some workout in the backyard, but I couldn't get it done. And as you can see, I'm lying down. It's a very relaxing position to be in. But again, it's very effective. And then switch. So you're doing one leg at a time. I can't figure out how to do both legs at the same time with this. Probably there's a way. And the only downfall is the socks will keep coming up all the time, right? So you gotta keep adjusting that. But you know, it's not too bad. And it's starting to burn now. Ah. So next we're gonna do, I'm gonna save the other part of the hamstring for last. So we're gonna do leg presses next. Okay, that feels good. So for the leg press, take my socks off. I don't want anything to be sliding. how to wear a long sleeve shirt, not sleeve, neck, long neck shirt, because when you put the band around the neck to do the leg presses, you want to make sure that the band again is not resting on the neck directly in the skin. You want to be sure of that. So what I'm going to be doing before I start using the board with my heavy duty clamp, I'm going to do some sets without that. And my main focus is my left legs, where I do most of the work. And so I'm going to do some one-legged first and just the left leg, and then I'm going to use the board after. Because I need to still continue to do more work on my left legs to strengthen the knee area and the quadricep. And again, maybe if I go on a side view, you guys can see this better. I'm not too sure. Based on how far I can stretch my legs out. If I could press properly. I'll lie in this angle and see so you guys can see a little better. But with and I have a pillow under my neck here. So it's like this. You just, even when I'm using the board, you're holding this part of the bend to control your resistance, right? If you're a tall person, this is no problem. But for me, because I'm shorter, I have to be focused more on controlling the resistance to get the best out of the bend, right? So I have to bring back my legs from the starting position, and I will hold about, that's why I could figure out where to hold the bend, about here, and I push. Can adjust more. So that's how you control your resistance. And the side is the same thing. So I'm going to do less reps for this side because, again, my right side is kind of okay, right? And it's just like if you're using the leg press machine at the gym, you're not pushing with here, you're pushing with the heels, right? Focus on pushing with your heels. So basically I did 7 reps on this side, on the right side, and 15, about 15 on the left side. So it seems off balance, but honestly speaking, my right legs is much larger than my left legs because of the surgery I had done to my left knees. So the left quadricep is what needs to catch up. And even when I do squats, I find my right side tend to be doing most of the work, while the left side is like kind of struggling. So, but it's all okay. There's ways to make it catch up. So the reason why I start using a board to do leg press, and some people look at it and think that's crazy. That's safe. That band might just fly and hit you in the crotch or what? All these stupid remarks, right? I've been using it all through COVID. I've been using that, and because I actually designed it just before COVID, and I designed it in Toronto, and then I started using it in Japan. So whenever I go to Japan, I can get any board as long as it's strong enough, and attach my heavy-duty clamp to it, and this is what I will get. Just any board that's, as long as the board is strong enough, you can pull it off. And the clamp is there for a reason. It's there when you put your band over, when the band goes over the clamp like this band is not going anywhere. It prevents the band from sliding off the board. See? But if I remove the clamp and just put the resistance bands there, of course it's going to slide off at some point. This is why this is there. And you got to make sure that it's tight. And the board is not that heavy, but it's strong enough to support your foot, right? But I can probably make this a little better. I can probably make the board, get a wider board to fit my entire foot, right? Both of my feet. But laziness, so. But I'm going to be using this now. And I'm going to try to get a few sets out of it. But for this I cannot go sideways because there's no space. So I'm going to be going this way towards you guys. And actually, I'll show you one more thing. The main reason why I had to design it this way, why I had to use that, is because when I try to do both legs, I like to work both legs at the same time too. When I try to go both legs on the band, this is what you get. Both foot, I mean. So you have to, I'm trying to get this kind of width to push the band. All right? And I can adjust my resistance like I said. But what you guys don't see that's happening, my feet are slowly going this way. That's what's actually happening. Both of my feet are slowly coming together. And that's not good because as you see I'm doing it barefoot, I could actually probably use the shoes, right? But both feet is coming together. And of course, it's starting to get, this is why I wear rubber gloves too, because it's starting to get sweaty. So I didn't like that. I find that wasn't safe. So this is why I came up with this way. So for some people, it's not It may not be useful to them, but for me it's useful. So I just have to make sure I do it properly. Nobody else has to do this. This is just for me. Okay. And of course I'm putting this pad on wrong. I forgot I didn't have this around my neck. I'm thinking of this one on my neck. So you put both bands around you like this. And now you guys don't have to be negative about this. The band is not choking me. At no point in time the band will choke me, because my hands is what's controlling the resistance. It's just rested on my neck because I need some place to rest it, right? In the past, I would attach it to a 45-pound plate and lie on the 45-pound plate, which that's how the first time I designed it, that's how it was. But when I started pressing, the plate was being pulled from under me because of course, my legs are strong, right? And I'm trying, my upper body weight is not heavy enough to hold that. So I came up with this way. And I grabbed the band here. But with the other heavier bands I have, the problem is sometimes, because the band is so thick and so wide, it's hard to grip it like this. You saw I'm gripping the bands here? It's hard to grip it together like that. But with this one, I can grip it much easier. So I'm controlling the resistance to the side and I'm pressing forward. And that's how I do it. And I can go up in resistance. I can do a few sets here, and then I keep increasing the resistance with a band. And then I can also use the side of the band to control the resistance that I'm pushing. And I actually had to do some research to get these larger bands. And the company I found that actually makes them, it's pretty good, because like I was using the smaller bands before and they were a little too, they're heavy duty, but they're not enough resistance. So sometimes I had to put on like 3 or 4 bands on each side and just to get the resistance I needed. But then I found I've got these larger bands last year. So for those of you who like leg press, this is the way I do it, my leg presses. Ba-bam. That's why I like using resistance bands. As long as you know how to copy the exercises, the resistance bands, you can use them in any way you want. It's all up to you. And you got to make sure that the wood that you're choosing to use is nice and smooth. Because if it's not nice and smooth, it might be doing tiny damages to your band and you don't know if you're not paying attention. So you have to pay attention to everything every place that you put your bands, because a tiny little cut on the band and you never see it, one day you'll find out. Whew. I don't feel like doing squats today because my knees is like a little weird today, so I don't feel like doing squats, so this is why I'm going to do the leg presses. And because it's raining outside, that's the reason why. Because damp weather also is an issue for people with arthritis. Yeah. This is the only downfall about this. The bands keep sliding across, but it's no big deal. That's just the resting position. Whew. And then I'm going to switch and go up to the blue bands, which in the resistance is much higher. This is a company, guys. If you Google this, you will find them. They deliver very quickly too. Probably, I forgot the price, but I think it was around, I think for the, well, 2 bands. And I got 4 of them total. Not of this one, but 2 each of the 2 green and 2 blue. I think I paid, it came up to something like almost $200 or around there for all of the bands. And I use these bands when I'm doing squats. I will use them for squats and leg presses, because you can't use this for shoulders and all those other things. The resistance is too high. It's way too high. Maybe if I was a strong man, I could probably do it, but it's way too high for me. And this is what I'm talking about. It's hard to grab when you put these bands around the board. It's hard to grab it because it's so thick. This is the part about it that I don't like, is grabbing it, but having the resistance that I need, it's worth it. Okay. I have to grab it. Yeah, I got it. Ah. Yeah, it's much harder to use. The resistance on each of these bands is 230 pounds of resistance. That's what they are. But am I using 230 pounds? I don't think so. Because I will have to come very low down to grab the band. And I don't have the strength to do that. So I think maybe each band I'm probably getting like maybe, because each band is 230, I may be getting like a little bit more than half of that maybe. I'm not too sure, but it feels it's very hard to push. For a beginner, I think they'll have trouble with this. But if you have good, strong knees, I think no problem. It'll be okay for you. Two more sets. I am sweating like a pig right now. I could feel it. Like I said to you guys before, grabbing these bands is the hardest part. Just trying to grab them together because it's so thick. Okay, here we go. Got it again. Thank God for these gloves. One more set. Ooh. Whew. That's crazy. I can't get up. Ooh. I'm happy that I can get rid of this now, because I am sweating like a pig. My legs is so pumped. I wanted to quickly wear off. Feels uncomfortable to walk. So I want to show you guys, give you a closer look at these bends. And that's the sides, but it's very wide. And so that's the difference of the two. The green one is 65 to 175 pounds of resistance, and the blue ones are 85 to 230 pounds of resistance, and they feel very heavy too. They're not very light, and of course that's the name of the company. So if you guys want to purchase it, you can go for it. Don't worry, I'm not making money from this company. They should be paying me though. They should be paying me. Because it's the first time, I've never seen anyone using these particular bands before. The first time I seen. When I saw it for the first time, I was trying to research to see if someone else was using these bands. Why didn't they talk about it? But I guess no one else was using it. Or they didn't have a reason to research to find larger bands. So we're gonna do some, someone asked a question the other day, that something about deadlifts. What I was doing, it's almost like deadlifts. Yes, it is. But except it's focusing more on the glutes. When you elevate when you put your feet up on a piece of wood, like 2x4, or I forgot what size of wood this is, but it's the same texture as a 2x4. I'm not a contractor, so I'm not too sure on the sizes of woods. I know 2x4 very well, but the other ones I don't know. Anyways, when you put your feet up onto the board, can you guys see the board from there? Yeah. When you put your feet up on the board like this, and you start doing like a RDL, same thing, or deadlifts, you're actually you're targeting the glutes. And you're gonna hit the hamstring a little bit, but mostly you're gonna hit the glutes even harder. So That's why I do this, is to hit both of them. But I really want to focus more on my glutes because when you have lower back problem, it's always full. The problem is always the center is not strong enough. And with me, I've had back problems all my whole life basically. So as I'm getting older, I want to try to keep this area strong to help support what's going on with my lower back. So that's why I do this. So I just take one of a broken band that I have here, and I just slip it under my heels like this, and my heel is on the floor and my toes is on the board. And I grab wherever I'm comfortable, and I start going up. And I don't have to straighten up completely because I'm trying to focus on the glutes. And when you come up, you squeeze the glutes. Gosh, my left knee is sore right now. Okay, step 2. Ooh. Throw them on my sofa. Okay, next set. Ah. One more set. Socks. Oh my gosh. A few seconds here. I can feel my left wrist becoming weaker, and it's just sliding off the bar slowly. So that's what usually happens for the left side because of the problems with having surgery done on the left wrist. Okay guys, that's it. I am finito. That's the end of another workout session. I will say good night to you guys and thank you for your support. And sorry I could not do what I said I was going to do outside today. It's a little too cold for me out there. But it's going to happen very soon. Just as the weather warms up, I can go there and do a little workout and show you guys the equipment I was using during COVID. How I trained using bands and whatever come together, and I used those 3 years outside in the backyard. And between there, traveling to Japan, having a special visa to travel to Japan because my family's there. So that's how I train, and I'm still training the same way until now, and it works. So don't make any excuses. Exercise is nothing but just an action. You can ride a bike, you can swim, you can walk, you can jog, whatever you choose to do, play tennis, basketball, whatever. It's all part of physical fitness. So I am not special. I'm just like you guys, trying to get in shape or stay in shape, basically. Okay, YouTube, good night to you. And again, I'll mention to you guys, you can see the full live workout on YouTube. Right after I'm out of here, I'm gonna upload that, and you can see it there. If you want to go back and look at something that I did and try to figure it out, you can. Everything is there. Okay, good night, YouTube, and thank you for your support. And I'll catch you guys in the next workout. Good night. TikTok.